In this lecture, we will see how we can test user interaction inside a React component. We are looking at a very simple component. We have a post, what we saw a few lectures ago, a post with the user that posted this post and the post itself, but now we have the option to add a comment. We have here a text area and a button. Alex says the sky is blue. I comment that is not true and move on. Other comment says great, and so on, so on. So what are the dynamic parts inside this component? We have this text area and we have this list of comments. If there are any comments, then this list will show them. Let's see how this small component looks inside the code. I've named this post with comments, and basically we now have one state with the internal comment and another state with the comments. And basically we have a simple form that when we will click, a comment will be added. And also very important, when we click, let's look at the code again. When we click, you know, the text area is cleaned. We will also test this in a moment, because right here you can see that the internal state of the comment is set to the empty string. This is the code of the component. Let's start to work with tests. So I will first of all create a new test file, and I have created the test file. I have added two describe blocks right here, because one describe will say what we are testing inside this suite. We are testing post with comments, and this next describe will indicate that we are testing user interaction in this describe block. Maybe outside this describe block, we can test the way the document is initially rendered. We already saw this, I won't do it again. But the objective right now is to test user interaction. And I have added one before each block or hook, in which we are rendering our initial post with comment. And first of all, what can we test? We can test that the user can comment. So if we look at the component, we have the text area. Let's test what happens when we put some text right here. Well, in order to test this, we will need a user event import from React testing library. So we are simulating no mouse event, we need a user event, and we need the screen from React testing library. And we have a user that we can use inside our test. We are getting the comment input by its data test ID. So if we look at the component code, we should have an entry for comment input. This is our input. And what we can do, we can say that we want to comment this "you are awesome." Now let's simulate the user interaction. And since this user interaction is a asynchronous operation, we need to make this test, the callback, an async function. And if this is an async function, I will call await and our user. We have the option to type, and we can type our comment content. And now we can expect that our comment input to have the value of our comment content. And we want to import, or we want to instruct our type option that inside the comment input, we want to add our comment content like this. Let's see if this is working. Again, I will only execute this test. Yes, and the test is green. Notice what will happen if I forget to use the await inside this type method. If I hover with my mouse over it, you will see that it returns back a promise of void. This means that it is very important for us to use the await keyword before it. If, for example, I'm forgetting to put the await keyword right here, then the test will fail, because this expect will be executed before our user type, since the event loop won't wait for this operation to finish. This is the reason, very important, don't forget the awaits, otherwise you will get into nasty errors. What else can we test? If we look back at the function, at the implementation, Once we hit comment, the text area is cleared. Let's test this, and we will start from the other test. Just as before, we can do a copy paste because the setup is almost the same. I can say right here, comment area is cleared on click. And just as before, we will start with the user that will type something in the comment area. We don't need this assertion right now. We did it upstairs. But now what we want to do, we want to simulate the pressing of our button. And we can simulate this by first of all getting the button. We can get the button with the screen and get by role because we only have one button there. If there will be multiple buttons, then it would be best to give it a data test ID. But since we only have one button, I will get it by role. And this is the advantage when you have small components, maybe with just one button, you don't have to use these data test IDs. If you prefer them, you can simply use them. Then we can simply, since we have the button, we can simply call user click and our comment button. Again, don't forget the await since this is an asynchronous operation. And what we can check when the comment button is pressed, we can check that the comment input is empty. And we can make the check that the comment input is or to be empty DOM element. Let me save this and see if we are green. Yes, our tests are green, very nice. Now let's test that a comment is added on the screen. Again, we start from the other flow, and I can say that comment is added on the screen, and the flow is almost the same as before. The user is typing something in the comment area, the button is clicked, and now we want to also get the comments container. If we look at the code, we can get the comments container with this post data test ID post comment container. So first of all, I can get the whole div with screen get by test ID our comments container, but this is only the div. We want what is inside the div, and this is the reason we need the within method, just as we did before. We need the within. So next to the render, we have the within method, and we want to search for comments inside or within the comment container. And if we look at the implementation, you will see that these comments are paragraphs. This means that we can make a query by role with the paragraph. And this should be an array. We can simply make some assertions on it. We can expect that its length to be 1, and we can expect that the content of the first entry should be our "you are awesome" or directly our comment content. Let me save this and see what we get if we are still green. Yes, we are still green. Very nice. And the last test that we can do, maybe let's say that multiple comments can be added to the screen. Again, take the previous test. I will copy it and let me write it and then explain it. This is our new test. Multiple comments are added on the screen. This is exactly the same. The user types and then he clicks. Then the user types again with the second comment and then he clicks. We make the query and this time we expect to have 2 comments. So basically this is the way in which we can test user interaction. We have the user object which we can use to type or to click or to do other operations. Very important, remember, these are asynchronous operations.